get the message that is intended for you. It always works itself out that way because spirit always works itself out that way. So go ahead and gently focus your intentions. Focus your intentions on what you would like to receive from this week's reading, what guidance, insight. Maybe you just want a general check-in. Maybe you want some reconfirmation, some confirmation, some validation that everything is going right and everything is working out for you. Whatever you want, gently focus there for just a moment. Set your intentions. Perfect. And now I'm going to set a group intention that we all come together with open hearts and open minds, receiving the messages that come through from spirit, taking what works, leaving behind what doesn't, so that we can elevate ourselves to new vibrations and create from that new set point this week. And now with our intentions set, let's go ahead and receive. So we're going to stop asking and we're going to start listening, start allowing, start receiving all of this vast universal wisdom to come through today and aid us in our journey. All right. So we do a complete tarot card pull and then we move on to oracle cards. I'm excited to see what comes through. Just because my energy just, as soon as I clicked in to this meeting, I had a meeting before this, and then as soon as I clicked into this meeting, I don't know, it's like a switch went off. I'm like, my people, and I get to read cards. So let's see what energy comes through the cards today. And the deck I'm going with is the Celtic Tarot. Celtic Tarot. And we want that card and that card. And let's see who else is poking his little head out. Ooh, we got a lot of messages today. I could tell you because it's like all the cards want to jump out. Everybody wants to sing the praises of how magical this group is. All your guides are practicing their vocals right now. I can hear somebody's got a comical guide. And all I hear is me, like they're tuning up their vocals, trying to be funny. So we got messages coming through for sure. For sure. Welcome, everyone. I see some new faces. Yay. Ooh, low. Ooh. Okay. Let me start by telling you. Major Arcana cards are overarching themes. We apply these messages to our current situation and it affects all areas of our life. Minor Arcana are the right here, right now. What can I do right now to benefit me in my current path right here, right now, today? Every day matters. So I'm saying that to say we have 3 major arcana, and the tarot spread starts out with 3 major arcana. So it's boom, boom, boom. Then we move to the minor arcana. So what happens? What is it? Just the overall feel of 3 major arcana first and then 2 minor arcana. The overall feel is shift is happening. Changes are happening. Our lives are about to level up, change all areas, all aspects of our life for the better if we implement these messages, if we allow ourselves to receive the guidance, allow ourselves to be led by spirit, not by ourselves, by spirit walking together with ourselves. It's a co-creating moment. Okay, with that being said, let me move this over. Let me move the cards over that I am not using. And let's see where we need to start this week. Number 1, the shadow. Y'all know what this card is in regular tarot? It's the devil card. So it's a whole bunch of messages coming through from this. I do not shy away from the devil card. I don't think the devil card is a bad card. I think the devil, I love how it's portrayed in the light seers because it's this real sexy shirtless dude with tattoos and everything, and he's got his hand out and his hair is flowing. That's the light seers tarot, and that's the first one, the first deck that I really became familiar with the energy. So of course, with such an nicely portrayed devil, my understanding of the devil card is a little bit different. I don't view it as a bad card or as a, oh no, look out what's happening. I view it as an invitation. He has his hand out inviting you. And as I did more research and really looked into the devil card in all its various forms throughout very different tarot decks, that is the message of the devil card. It's not meant to be devil, like, you know, the arch nemesis of God, of all things spiritual. That's not it. The devil in this sense is a being who is offering you, the invitation is indulge. The invitation is explore your darker side. The invitation is figure out why you are tempted by the things that you are tempted by. Why do you desire these things? Take the invitation to explore this side of yourself, and also take the invitation, if you have not been treating yourself very well, to indulge just a little bit. Now, the deal with the devil is he's inviting you to indulge. However, sometimes as humans, we overindulge. So it's not the devil that's causing our overindulgence, it's our own self. And we see here two humans, male and female, who have overindulged and who are now victims of their own vices, victims of their own addictions, victims of going way too far into their desires and losing control, but they have chained themselves. They see how loose that is. They can free themselves anytime they want. This enslavement is their own doing because they have overindulged. So the invitation is have fun, seek pleasure. That's what the devil is saying. Indulge, lighten up, have a little fun with your life. But the warning is don't overindulge to the fact so that you feel addicted, or that you feel that you succumb to these desires. Don't let desires rule you. Let them enhance your life. So I really like the devil card because it's always a reminder that, you know, that saying, all work and no fun. That's what comes up in my mind when I see the devil card. It's like, Valorie, are you having enough fun? Are you eating the chocolate cake? Are you having the Oreos for dessert? Maybe for breakfast. Maybe I had Oreos for breakfast. I didn't, but now I'm thinking that's a really good idea. But it's about having more fun with your life. That's the invitation. So if any of you have been work, or packing boxes, not to call anyone out here, it's an invitation to have a little bit of fun. Maybe you draw a smiley face on your boxes as you're doing something that you really don't want to do. Or maybe you sing a song on your way to work, even if you don't really like the job. But it's an invitation to have more fun, to invite pleasure into your life. So, Rowan, I've been pulling the devil and pulled it this morning too. Lighten up, have more fun is the message I'm getting, but it's also somebody's getting the message. Your desires, let me see how they want me to word this. Your desires and longings that the world around you or society as a whole would like to label as taboo or bad, let that be society's problems, not your own. Look into why you were drawn to it. Look into why those desires attract you, and decide for yourself if it's a good thing for your own personal path to indulge in or explore those desires. Don't let someone else tell you that your desires are dark or wrong. Figure out, why do I have these desires? I don't care if the whole rest of the world says that I should not be sniffing monkeys' butts. If I like to sniff a monkey's butt, I need to figure out why that's part of my spiritual path. So you need to let go of what the world is telling you is taboo and explore, why is this attractive to you? That's what the devil's invitation is. Why is this attractive to you? Is there wisdom in a monkey's anus? I don't know, but explore that. Okay, next thing. The Fool. right on the end of telling us to explore and not let society dictate. Then we get the full. I love it. Trust, 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 trust. And then when you think you're all full of trust, trust again. So I like this card because this is my current message. This is where I'm at, and I'm just now getting this vision of this full, not in a bad sense, full as in fresh and new into the world. He came a long ways. Look, he's at the top of this mountain, sun shining. He came a long way. And all of his journey up the mountainside, through whatever forest, through whatever countryside he had to travel through to get this far, was without instruction. He doesn't have a compass. He doesn't have a map pulled out. He's just trusting. Do I walk through this meadow, or do I head through the forest? I don't know. Let me see. Okay, source is telling me head through the forest. Do I go up the mountain or do I go around the mountain? Okay, source is telling me go up the mountain. So he's trusting, trusting, trusting. The forest looks dark. He's scared at first, but he goes ahead. He trusts. He walks in. That mountain looks really, really tall. I don't know if I can make it, but I'm going to go ahead and try. So he's doing all this trusting. He's doing all this trusting, right? And then he gets to where he thinks he's supposed to be. And Spirit is like, no, you're not done with the trusting. Like Spirit led him all the way up to the top of this mountain. And he thinks, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. I did it. I trust it. I'm here. And Spirit is like, nope, there's more. Now I want you to walk off the cliff. Does anybody feel like that lately? I feel like that lately. I'm like, yes, I've made it. I have trusted. I have trusted. I have surrendered. I have done all the work. And Spirit's like, no. Now we need you to jump off into the unknown. What? Excuse me? Come again? So that is what Spirit is asking us to do, though, to trust and then trust some more. Take that leap of faith. To me, when I was growing up, a leap of faith in the religious background that I was brought up in was not an attractive offering. It was like, take this leap of faith. Faith in what? Oh, just faith that it's all going to work out. No, that's not how. No, blind faith is not what is being called for. Blind faith, personal note, does not take me where I need to go. I don't have blind faith anymore. Spirit is not asking you to have blind faith. Spirit is saying, didn't I lead you through the dark forest? Didn't I lead you through the meadow? Didn't I lead you up the mountainside? It's not blind. Now I'm asking you to trust me again because I led you this far. Do you think I would let you fall at this point? No, absolutely not. So this is not blind faith. This is asking you, look back on your life and see where Spirit has led you and how you've gotten to where you are right now. And then with that information, then you take another leap of faith, but that faith is firmly rooted in the fact that you have come this far with Spirit's guidance. So yes, it's leveling up. Yes, it's asking for a new kind of trust, but it's not blind and you're ready. So take that leap, Valorie. Okay. I'm a little bit scared, but okay. And you have your trusted companion there ready to go with you. If the dog's not scared, you shouldn't be scared. So, and this is again overarching. When you take that leap, get ready for your life to change. And then I had a miracle. I'm reading the comments. I had a miracle because I trusted. I got my electric bill paid because I trusted that the universe would take care of me. Yes. I love that. Okay, next one, another major arcana, another heavy hitter. The Father, also the Emperor. See his antlers, see how he's holding y'all look at his staff. Now y'all about to figure out why Valorie likes this deck. Can y'all see it? I'm trying to hold it still. Too much coffee. Can y'all see it? I'm not gonna point it out, but y'all know why I like this deck. Firmly planted in the ground. Look how he's very barefoot, very connected to earth. The Emperor is our earthly father figure. Divine masculine connected to the energies of earth. At his back, we see a volcano erupting. And it still does not startle him. It still doesn't not make him say, I think I better move my throne. No, firmly connected, firmly trusting, very aware of the cycles of Earth, so that when things like that look disruptive, he knows that no, there's purpose in everything. There's cycles in everything. So this is our earthly father figure. And this is asking you to connect to the cycles of Earth, connect to that grounded Earth energy. Realize that everything has a cycle. And also, this is a recurring message because we had the same message with different cards last week about getting out of our head space. Yes, creative energy is amazing. It feels good. I'm wand fire all day, so I get those bursts of inspiration. But what do you do with those inspiration? Do you just let them float around and make you feel good? You can, but what we are being guided towards doing is pulling that fire energy, pulling those creative thoughts, those inspired thoughts, and grounding them into the physical, making our dreams come true, making our wishes and desires come true. Stop having them be a dream, a lifelong dream, and then you die and it's still a dream. Bring it into the physical, let it be realized, let it be manifested into the physical. And we have this divine masculine, expert at manifesting into the physical and also expert at ruling over his kingdom. He is an emperor and keeping everything in balance while doing that, guiding us and giving us and lending us his energy on how we can do that. I'm being led to go to the book. I don't know that I've read the Emperor from this particular book. So let me just see what Spirit wants us to know about this. Let's see. Why is there a volcano? I think it was just for the... Okay, I'm going to give you it. So it speaks from his point of view. And it says, see me upon the seat of mysteries. I own them. They are mine. For I have seen beyond the veil, speaking of the high priestess's veil, and I know the secrets. I will live and obtain all material form and all goodness from my ventures. I am strong, wise, and practical. Listen to my words. I speak a lot of sense. Been there, done that. To succeed, you must overcome. And to overcome, you must understand the nature of weakness and strength. Listen to my counsel, for it will set you straight and right. Emotions, you are not your mother. Emotions, they are for ugly people. Weaknesses will be walked over. So a little bit strong, a little bit strong. Emotions have our place in the spiritual world. We know emotions have a place. But this week, Spirit is saying, set your emotions to the side this week and get about the manifesting business. Get about what you came here to do. You came here to create. The emotions give you the desires, give you the thoughts, give you the inspiration. But right now we're being called to create. And so the Emperor is saying, set those emotions aside. We got business. We got work to do. All right. So that's our three heavy hitters, our three major arcana, that if we allow those energies to come in, it will shift all areas of our life. It will put things back into alignment. This is the guidance that we've been asking for, that's going to put things back into alignment for us. And then we go into minor arcana, which is what's going on with us right here, right now. Okay, I see what you're saying. I need to trust. Obviously, if I trust, that's going to fix everything in my life. I get that. But listen, Spirit, I got something going on right now today. Tell me how to fix this so it can get out of my way so I can focus on the trust. That's why we get minor arcana. Minor arcana is 4 of Shields, first one up. So a lot of you are like, listen, I understand you said trust. I understand you're giving me all these big thoughts. They're going to affect everything. But I have this problem right here, right now, that's fucking with my sense of stability. That's fucking with how I feel. Sable, I feel a little rocky right now. I feel a little ungrounded. I need you to help me get past this so I can get onto those bigger energies that you're talking about. And Spirit's coming right back at you and saying, get past what? 4 of Swords, 4 of Shields, 4 of Pentacles is saying, you are stable. I gave you what you asked for. You are stable. You're creating your own instability. So let's look at how this character is creating his own instability. So 4 of Shields is a sign that says you have stability in your life. But look at where he is situated. This is the city behind him. And we see castles. So it's not a little village. He's sitting outside a castle. We see walls. So we know that there's abundance behind him. And he has chosen to step outside of that and sit himself outside in the cold. Now we see he's abundant enough because he has enough material wealth to dress himself well. He's got furs, he's warm, he's well taken care of. He's got his pentacles with him, which means he's carried his wealth with him outside the kingdom. But he is firmly holding on to what he has. So maybe he said, I don't trust these people in this kingdom. I'm gonna go sit outside with all my wealth where they can't mess with me, where they can't take it, where they can't rob me. Now let me pause and say, wealth in the pentacles is anything that you consider valuable. So even though Spirit has given him wealth, security, valuable things, he has created his own sense of trouble by isolating himself from everyone else, probably out of some type of fear, and by holding on really, really tightly to everything that came his way, probably again out of fear that I worked so hard for all of this, I'm not going to let it go. And Spirit all the while is saying, it's flow. It's flow. It's all about flow. If you're sitting out here, how are you going to have anyone from inside the castle pay you any money? If you're sitting out here, how are you going to take your money and buy the things you need? So sometimes in an effort to stabilize ourselves, we create our own instability. We think we're doing the right thing. Let me move away from these people that I think might steal my money. Okay, but what is your motive? Fear? It's not going to turn out good. It's not going to turn out good. Let's go back and trust. Let's trust that the thieves are just going to walk past my house because I'm divinely protected. Let's go back into the city and interact with people because that's how flow happens. I give them some money, they give me what I need. I have what they need, they give me some money. I don't hold on to my money so tightly because then that stops the flow. So we have a semblance, an image showing security, but at the same time showing how we can fuck up that security if we don't let it flow. If we set ourselves outside of the stream of the flow, and if we hold on to what has come to us, we effectively stop the flow. So that's your daily. What can I do right now to fix what's right in front of me? Let it flow. Let it flow. Look around and realize that you do have more than you're giving yourself credit for. You do have abundance. You are surrounded by it. You have removed yourself from the flow. But it's there. It's there if you want it. And what happens when we allow the flow? We have this kingly energy again. So divine masculine throughout our pool today, which is saying we really need to feel more into that divine masculine side. And here we have the King of Swords, clarity, communication, effective communicator, very in touch with his thoughts, clear thoughts. King of Swords, he's a very enlightened individual. He uses that sword to cut away the ties of anything that holds him back. He uses that sword to cut through confusion, to cut through clouds of miscommunication. Clarity, clarity, clarity. This king is all about clarity. And how does he get there? By right now, this week, we didn't pull the Queen of Swords, we pulled the King. So how fitting that I'm wearing a queen and we're pulling all these kings. I feel like Spirit is kind of working against me right now. Why didn't we pull Queen, Spirit? But we're in that King energy, meaning that, again, we need to manifest. We need to call in the divine masculine to get us balanced this week. Swords is about that clarity that we've been seeking. So someone is definitely, swords are also about decision making. If somebody's been waffling back and forth and unsure which path to take, this is about make a decision. Kings are decisive and they make decisions. And this particular king is making that decision with clarity of thought, and clearly communicating what his decision is to the universe, to himself, and to anyone else concerned. So make a decision, stand firm on that decision, pull in that masculine, confident, don't fuck with me energy. So that's what we have from the tarot. Any questions over those cards for the tarot before we move into I should probably leave those cards sitting out in case Spirit tells me to look at them again. Before we move into the oracle cards. Not seeing anything. Oh, I like this comment. So when we were back on the Emperor card, someone commented, it's like he's been through the fire before and has come out of it even stronger, not reactive to disruptions around him. I really like that. Yes. Yes. Thank you for that, Melissa. Okay, so let's move on to the oracle. And because we spent so much time in the Celtic realm, Celtic tarot, we're going to move right into dragons. Dragon Path Oracle. I did not have a dragon deck for so long. Some of you kept asking, and I finally got that. Actually, it lined up perfectly because I had looked at all the dragon decks and I was just like, no, not really. And then I was at Lori Hewitt. I was at Lori Hewitt's house and she had Dragon Path Oracle. And I was just like, oh my God, I love this deck. So I bought it. And ever since I've been working with this energy of the dragons, I think I want more decks. I think I want more dragon decks, more mythical creature decks. I don't have a fairy deck yet. And Spirit would give me a name that I can't pronounce. But here's the dragon. Isn't it regal? Oh, look, this dragon has a wand. Look at that wand. I love it. Okay, let me try to pronounce it. Asclepius? I don't know. Y'all correct me. Does anybody know the correct pronunciation? Let's see what this dragon has to teach us. Let's see. You are in which section? I think it's one of the guardian dragons. It is. So this book is broken into different sections, and this is one of the guardian dragons. This was the ancient Greek god of medicine, the son of Apollo. Upon meeting him for the first time, his opening words were, your modern image of the catechist. Ooh. Caduceus. I always say that word wrong. Your modern image of the Caduceus is incorrect! Exclamation point. He was a healer of great repute in Greek mythology. And this dragon in particular reminds us that inside us too reside great healers. His particular affinity lies with practitioners who use healing plants, herbalism, homeopathy, and essential oil and flower essences. Add to this his rather shamanic energy and his affinity with snakes, and he is a powerful ally. Asclepius, I know I'm saying that wrong, is the dragon of the healer and the shaman. His wisdom is boundless. If he has flown into your reading today, know that you have his abundant knowledge at your side. Continuing with his practical help, that's that earth energy again. Continuing with his practical help for your physical life, physical earth energy again. He asks if you need the support of a professional with knowledge of healing plants, or if it's time for you to undertake training in one of the areas mentioned above, or even indeed shamanism. Alongside his ability to support those working with plant energies, he is a powerful ally when we are ready for the next phase of our transformational journey of life. His presence in your cards today reminds you that together you can create the immense combination of transmutation and transformation. Deep within, you know you can and will succeed. He has this to say, quote, "You are on the cusp of transformation, so allow me to guide you forward along the winding road. Remember, hold on to what you know to be true, for it is your journey and yours alone. Life never stands still. It is forever changing and evolving. Together we can transmute that which binds you, accepting that your journey on earth is about life, death, and rebirth as you transform and grow personally and spiritually," end quote. Ooh, I love that message. It's so interesting that he talks about the caduceus, and I guess that was not a wand. That was the original imagery for the caduceus, which is the medical staff with the snakes winding around it. You see it all over doctors' offices. But it's interesting that we pulled this card because last week, I still have it sitting here, we pulled the healer dragon. So a lot of healing going on, and Spirit is just letting us know, hey, maybe you want to look towards the earth for your healing, however that shows up for you. Connecting with nature, actually looking into shamanism or looking into herbal remedies, essential oils. That's our message this week. Heal yourself, but maybe look to nature to find those healing vibes or find that healing energy. So I really like that. And so interesting because just last night I put together a little herbal sachet with different dried herbs and stuff. So I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, that lines up nicely. So that was dragon. Oh, let's see, the rod. I'm not going to keep saying his name. The rod is often compared to the caduceus, the ancient symbol of the bronze serpent wrapped around a pole, which was used by Moses to bring healing to the children of Israel as they gazed upon it. Interesting. So that symbol of healing has a very long history. Okay. What other decks should we go to? Let's see. Where am I being called? I already know. Because let me move my little teapot. Because it's so much in the divine masculine. Since that's where all the cards are pointing us towards, we're going to go with my divine masculine deck. Gods and Titans. Love it. Gods and Titans. I just got to look out over the room. I see more of you have joined. Misha and Jennifer. Hello, hello, everyone. Alex and Sue. Love it. Mermaids. Yes, we will go to the Mermaids deck today. Divine Masculine. What say you? Okay. Message received. Here's the card. I love the image in these two decks. And this god is Ra. And it says power. Let's see what the extended message is for this amazing Egyptian god. Know that you have power and it is real. This card is an invitation to be your most vital self and develop your power from the inside out. Ra is the embodiment of power, creative power, solar power, power in leadership, and physical power. So powerful was Ra within the Egyptian pantheon that his identity was often combined and fused with other gods' identities. It goes on to tell his full story, but let's get to the meaning of this card. He calls us to power up and become fully alive. When we feel drained or powerless, we are not honoring our birthright. When we feel drained or powerless, sometimes we just sit back. Sometimes I'm talking about myself. We just sit back and say, oh, well, that's the human condition, you know. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I feel drained. And Ra is saying, no, absolutely not. When you're doing that, you are dishonoring your birthright. This is not what you came here to be, some tired, laid up, I'm tired, I can't do it human. That's not what you came here to do. Step into your power. When it seems like our lives are being controlled by rules and what others ask or tell us to do, it's easy to feel powerless. True power is always a pure and good force, and we find it by looking inward. Developing practices that enable us to increase our inner power, for example, meditation or spellcraft. I'm just starting to get into spellcraft, y'all. I'm feeling my witchy vibes surge within me. Can help us help us retain a good level of energy. This means, and spellcraft, let me just say rituals. It's the same with rituals, setting daily intentions for yourself. This means we can feel empowered even under difficult circumstances. Wouldn't that be amazing? When we don't feel like we are in control of a certain situation, we need only look inward and see that we do have true power over how we deal with and respond to situations, meaning we always have power in our lives. So power comes in different forms. Just because we don't have the power to change the taxes doesn't mean we don't have power. It means, okay, let me look and see where my power lies. My power does not lie there. That's somebody else's deal. Where's my power lie? Oh, my power is how I deal with the taxes. Do I deal with the taxes in a joyful manner, or do I bitch and moan about it, which spreads bitching and moaning throughout all areas of my life? Your choice, but figure out, in every situation you have power. In every situation you have power. Where does my power lie? Where does my power lie? Ask yourself that. Ra also calls us outside to receive the blessings of the sun. Again, with the nature, we need the sun's rays to set off essential chemical reactions in our bodies, such as the production of vitamin D. And without this, we can feel tired and even confused. I listened to a whole thing by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It was really brief. It was a 14-minute interview, but I learned some new things about meditation and just about the cycles of your body that I hadn't learned. And one of the things that we're talking about is like the sun's effect, like when we wake up and there is sunlight or light, vitamin D, this deck mentions vitamin D, but it also signals that, hey, it's time to create some serotonin. And that's what gets you up and get you awake and get you feeling good. So when you can sync up with nature, that's why people say, if you're depressed, go walk outside, which is the last thing a depressed person wants to hear. I know, because I got told that for years and years and years. And I was just like, I don't want to go outside. I want to stay in bed. However, when you allow yourself to work with the cycles of nature, that's what it's all about, because that sun is going to increase your serotonin. And we know serotonin is the feel good, happy chemical that makes us feel better about ourselves. So good advice. It's always been good advice. Sometimes we just need to know the mechanics of why it works, so that maybe when we aren't feeling so good, we do those things because we know there's an actual mechanical, physical. It's not just someone saying go outside because they're sick of seeing you mope around the house. It's someone saying go outside because the sun really will help you. Okay. Ra is the Egyptian word for sun. Yes. I'm going to go take a walk for lunch. Yay! I love it. Someone just put in the comments, I was going to take a nap for lunch, but I just got bitch slapped by the message. And so now I'm going to go take a walk for lunch. Okay. I love it. I love it when we listen. Where's my mermaids? Go outside and get some direct sunlight within the first 30 minutes of getting up in the morning. Now that's an excellent idea too. That is an excellent idea too. I like that.
It's something about the physiology of you.
Yep.
Of your body. So
yep. It all ties in with the letting that serotonin protection be the production, be the first thing you focus on. Y'all, even if you're having a really bad day and you're just like, I know I'm supposed to be outside, but I just like scoot over to the window, open the shades, and then just, I mean, you don't have to do what you can from where you are. Do what you can from where you are. If you can't even do that much, listen, Pull your phone out, because I know even the most depressed individual has their phone within easy reach. Pull your phone out, go on to YouTube, type in sun video, and just look at the sun and imagine that you're in the sun. I mean, it's gonna mentally get you there. There's so many things that we could do to make ourselves feel better, but we're lazy as fuck and we don't do them. And then we want to complain about why our life isn't better because you're lazy as fuck. Oh, I might be talking to myself. I'm gonna say lazy. I know the spiritual community is like, it's not lazy. It's, you just got to take care of yourself. No, sometimes a bitch just be lazy, and I'm talking about myself. And you just need to get up and do what you need to do. Okay. Mermaids. What say the mermaids? Positivity. Isn't she joyful? I love it. I love all the colors. Positivity. Y'all can't look at that card and not smile a little bit. Come on, crack a smile. Can't you feel her energy just coming through the screen? Let some of her joy lift you up. Positivity. Let's see what the card says. And she's all purple and sparkly too. I love it. Positivity. Starts with a P. Okay, I found it. Stay positive. A positive attitude can carry you through any situation. A positive mindset can literally change the future, allowing miracles to occur. I think somebody just experienced a miracle. I saw it in the chat and they said it happened because they trusted. Trust is a positive mindset, y'all. This super positive mermaid is holding her arms outstretched as she calls you to allow more positivity into your life. Practicing meditation, there's that word again, and affirmations can be very helpful in changing your mindset into a positive one. Positivity and negativity are two sides of the same coin. It's good to remember this if you're feeling in a negative state of mind, which sometimes happens in the human realm. All it takes is a different thought to flip the coin back to positivity. Someone in your circle could be needing your input of positivity right now. Shedding light on a tricky situation, literally through your positive disposition, can make a huge difference to others when they are in a negative space. Sharing your positivity is a beautiful thing if those around you aren't feeling so great. Being close to positive people is a bit like having your batteries charged just by being in their presence. Are you in need of a positivity boost? If so, think of some things that might lift your spirits, perhaps meditation, a meal with friends, a walk by the ocean, and so on. It's a good idea to make a positivity checklist so that you can use it whenever you need a boost. This doesn't mean that you need to be positive all the time, but that would be almost impossible. Positivity is key here. Sea Star Sister cards are hope and miracles. So her sisters are hope and miracles. The other cards in this deck. Hope, miracles, and positivity. I love how those are all, how this book tied them all together. I wanted to go back to something, and the thought came up when I was going through the other card too, when it talked about being tired and that's not a human thing. Well, so this talked about the human experience. If you're feeling a negative state of mind, which sometimes happens in the human realm, I'm getting the message that sometimes we, and I'm speaking not about this room, I'm speaking about humankind. Sometimes humankind uses the human condition as an excuse to not elevate. Instead of saying, I have this tiredness in my body, what is it informing me of? How can I work through this? How can I take this information and make myself better? Humans say, I have this tiredness in my body. Oh, that's just being human. It's okay. I don't have to do anything about it. I don't have to get any information from it. That's just being human. I mean, okay, but how are you ever going to get to the next level if you just resign yourself to, oh, this is just being human? If we don't let these human experience inform us and enlighten us and give us knowledge, then what's the point? So sometimes we use the human condition, those things that we have to experience because we are human, as an excuse to not level up. Oh, I don't have to do that because that's just me being human. No. Use the information of why you were tired as to like, let's figure this out. Let's see, because I did not come here to be tired. I came here to create. So what is this telling me about where my mind is focused? Or what is this telling me about how I've been taking care of my diet? Or what is this telling me about how much sleep I've been getting? Not, I'm just going to keep doing the same thing I've been doing and just say, well, this is just being human. No. Okay. Let's see. Uh-oh, somebody's getting nudged and tapped and slapped. I see it all going on. Where do we want to go next? I think we need to hear from the unicorns today, but I'm not quite ready for that one. What deck? Ooh, I haven't pulled from this deck for a while. We got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then you guys get to go and create a miraculous Monday and rest of your week. I'm so excited for y'all. I'm so excited to see what y'all go create. Ooh, this is from the Spellcasters deck, which I haven't pulled from for a while. But that other deck was talking about connecting with nature and rituals, and I was like, okay, let's go to spells. Beautiful, beautiful scene. Almost a new moon, starlit sky, standing in a boat. And it says travel. It says travel. But this card reminds me of the Six of Swords. I don't know why. It's just giving me serious Six of Swords vibes. And Six of Swords is about the rough waters are behind you. It's smooth sailing in front of you. This one says travel. What you wish for will not come about by sheltering within the comfort of your four walls and all that makes you feel secure. You're being called to journey the road less traveled, for the answers you seek certainly won't be found while you're sitting on the sofa. Some more advice to get up and be active. Instead, book that trip of a lifetime. Soak up the fiery sun of a faraway land. Go climb a mountain, bathe in tropical waters, or make the overdue visit that you've been promising. This is the perfect time to go and seek adventure and to retreat from the mundane world. So be the bold explorer. Go and discover for yourself what's waiting out there just for you. I love it. Some additional magical meanings. A journey reveals answers. You need a break. You're protected. Travel brings about the changes you seek. Break from your comfort zone. And freedom awaits. I love it. Okay, I think the last, nope, not I think, it's going to have to be because we're almost at time. I had a couple more decks, but I got to go with the unicorns. Y'all get y'all magical unicorn mode. It makes the coffee taste so much better. It really does. Okay. Let's round it out and see any closing remarks from Spirit. If we could take away one thought from all of the beautiful, amazing Spirit-led messages that you've given us. But for those of us who are tired, who are feeling a little bit downtrodden, who are feeling like, all of those messages sounded really good, but can you just give me one thing that's going to move the needle just a little bit further so that I can get close to working on all of those other things? Can you just give me one thing, Spirit? What's that one thing? I have never pulled this card before. I knew it was in the deck, and I've been waiting until I pulled this card. Goddess. Because I call myself a goddess. I call myself goddess with the attitude. Y'all figure out the attitude part. Goddess. And it says in the small print, honor your divine feminine energy. That's very interesting because we've been talking about divine masculine through this whole thing. And it's also saying, don't forget about your divine feminine. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. So that's where you can start. You can start with loving every part of you. What comes to mind when you think of that message? Every part of you. I want to know if y'all are still limiting yourself. When you say, when it says love every part of you, the first thing I thought of was my physical body. Okay, I got it. I love every part of and Spirit was like, no, every part. Love all your mistakes. Love your spiritual body. Love your mind. Love your overthinking. Love everything about you, Valorie, because I love everything about you. And that's what Spirit is saying to each and every one of you. Love everything about yourself because the divine loves everything about you. The divine doesn't see all of the things that you see. You are a goddess or God, a perfect aspect of the divine feminine embodied in human form. Doesn't matter how you identify. In this world, this is talking about divine masculine, divine feminine. You are a miracle gracing planet Earth with your beauty. You do not need shinier hair, whiter teeth, or a slimmer figure in order to embody the goddess. She is the infinite love you hold in your heart. She is the deep wisdom that flows from your soul. She is the light in your eyes and the warmth of your smile. She is the hands you use to heal and comfort. She is the pleasure your body is capable of experiencing through giving and receiving touch. Your culture disempowers you by conditioning you to hate or even abuse your body in order to serve your natural connections, in order to sever your natural connections with the goddess. The media sets impossible standards of beauty, so you shrink into feelings of inferiority or insignificance. This unicorn goddess urges you to rise up and reclaim your right to feel beautiful from within, exactly as you are. She tells you to turn your back on the pressure to look a certain way, act a certain way, and cherish your miraculous body just as it is. Set your own standards of beauty, starting with love, wisdom, compassion, and radiance within you. For men, the message is the same. Shun the pressure to look like a sculpted statue and focus on strengthening your heart. Honor all the parts of you that you may have disowned before and treat your body like the divine temple that it is. Walk with your head held high, your heart open wide, and let the world see the goddess or heart warrior that walks before them. Shine, 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 and love yourself. Beautiful message to end with. All right. Thank you, everyone. I hope you feel the high vibes. I hope this message has resonated with you and help you not just make you feel good on this Monday, but carry you throughout the week so that you can truly, truly, truly invite magic into your life and manifest. Manifest. All right. Thank you all so much. The energy was really good this morning. Thank you, lovelies. I love you all. Have a wonderful week. Thank
Val,
you.
where did you get that mug?
Girl, Dollar General. It was
Oh my God,
$3.
really?
And I went back to try to find more and they were all gone. Every time I go in, I look for more. They're all gone.
Oh, damn.
I have to see if I can find it online.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.